All right, geometry benchmark 9.3, compass and straight edge constructions. I've been practicing with this compass and it's been a pain, so be patient with me here. It moves real slow. We'll figure it out. It says given triangle ABC. I only have B marked in the picture. Copy the triangle using side angle side congruence, starting with side A and then angle B. And then leave all arc markings so I can correct it and then mark the parts that are congruent. First thing you need to do is use your straight edge and just make a segment somewhere. So just draw some segment. It's got to be at least as long as this piece right here. So that's gonna be my new A. And then you're gonna take and measure A, but using your compass. You cannot use like a ruler. So if I try to stretch this out, this is where it gets a little weird. Okay, so that piece let's just say that that's the length of, well, let's go a little bit lower here. So there's A. So I take that over here, and I put that mark right there, and I make a little arc there. And I'm going to need to see that arc so I know that you did that and you didn't just use a ruler to measure that. And then we need to measure, so there's our A, that piece from here to here. I don't think this is going to let me write. Let me see if it does. No, it's not letting me write over the top of that. So just use your imagination. That's an A here. This piece from here to here is A. And from here to here is the copied image of A. Then I'm going to take this, move it back where I was, shorten it up a little bit, and I'm going to mark this angle somewhere in the middle, somewhere where I can see the markings, and then just mark this line here. Okay, so I have something to reference. Do the same thing over here. Okay, so I have that arc made. I'm not sure where it goes, but to measure that arc, I just spin this around. It's gotta be a little wider, so use your compass to measure the arc this way. Okay, so the distance between my arc pieces now is what I'm trying to match up over here. So I can't guess up here where to go, so I'm kind of forced to put this side over here and then spin this around. Oops, I just shouldn't have moved that. I'm gonna go back and do this again. Spring is on top. All right, put that there, spin it around, and make an arc right here so I know where it crosses. So that's where it crosses. And then I can use my straight edge and go from the corner of that through there and just extend that, as long as you want, because I just measured the angle. I didn't measure the length of this piece right here, but I do have the angle. Now I'm going to do the same thing I did before to measure this length. So I'm just going to go from the end, from where B is. I got to find the end of this thing, so I need to spin this around somehow. Let's get it over here and just rotate it. All right. I need to measure from here to up there. This is a pain. All right, pretty close. So that distance now I'm going to keep with my compass, move it over here, and then mark it so I know exactly how long that was. So I almost did it again. So rotate from here through there with my mark. So now that piece is now copied from B to probably C. I don't have it marked up here. So B to C, let's say this is B to C up here. Okay. So last thing we need to do is just connect the three parts. Because we have, oops, let me scroll that down. If I go from here to here, that's going to be my third side of my triangle because this is matched. I just measured it with my compass. I originally marked this with my compass, so I know that that's the same length. I know the angle is the same because I forced that angle to be the same. And then now it's just a matter of drawing a segment from here to here. And there's my triangle is going to be congruent. Now I rotated it counterclockwise slightly, but that's fine. The next one is actually a lot easier than this. We just have to construct the perpendicular bisector of this segment. So here it doesn't matter how long or how wide you make your compass. You can make it, if you want to measure, you know, the whole thing to make it the same here, that's fine. If you want to make it smaller, that's fine too. But you just have to make uh, some arcs here. You could make the whole circle. You know, if I spin this all the way around, it'll make a whole circle. But I think that's more confusing, maybe for you when I show this. So I'm just going to do this, make like arc, arc. The critical part here is not to move your compass, width of your compass. So keep that compass the same width right there. Let's spin it around. And then we just have to make those long enough so they intersect somewhere. And that intersects. Move that up there. And that intersects. Okay. Again, I could make these full circles and make this a full circle. And that would be fine too. And if I just connect, I'll put a line through those two dots, like from here to here. I'm off a little bit, so let me just move that over. So I get the right slope though. And that's all you really have to do. This piece right here is a right angle, and this piece right here is equal. Oh, yeah, there it is. So let me draw that. Let me get this out of here. You're gonna let me draw it now? There we go. So those are the congruent parts. So it's bisected, and this is perpendicular. I just realized I forgot to make my markings on the last picture. So go back here. My angle, let's use, I guess I'll use red here. This angle is congruent to this angle. So mark the angle is congruent. This piece is congruent to this piece. And my bottom piece, that's not, let me draw it again. So I'll get rid of this. Maybe. Maybe if I just delete it, will that work? See if that's any easier. Bottom piece is congruent to bottom piece here. So I have my SAS, my side angle side congruence, side with this side, angle with this angle, and bottom side matched up with that side. So I should have gone back and reread my directions to remind myself it says mark both triangles with congruent sides and angles. I'm just going to mark these three because of the side angle side. I could continue to mark all the rest of them, but I think this is what I want. I just want to see the side angle side congruence here. That was kind of a pain with the smartboard compass, but it worked out okay. Good luck.